Hey there, my name is Stephen Pollitt. Welcome to SEM Mondays. And this is a very special SEM Mondays in that Milo, who works very closely with me, he does most of my tech support stuff, he came up with the idea of putting together a compilation video in which I answer 10 of the most frequently asked questions, and I do it in about 10 minutes, which I think is pretty cool. So today, I'm going to answer the following questions. Can I print Source Energy Medicine charging labels in color? How many ounces of Source Energy Medicines should I drink each and every day? How much water can I drink in a day? Can I mix different Source Energy Medicines together? What the heck is a blank charging label, and what does it do? Which Source Energy Medicines can I take for a specific challenge? When can I add an individual Source Energy Medicine to my sample protocol? Why should I follow the Source Energy Medicine sample protocol? What is the non-material aspect of Source Energy Medicine? Can I use Source Energy Medicines with plants? And finally, what the heck is the Source Energy Medicine Quick Start Guide, Total Access page, and why should I care?
So a lot of the questions that have come in by email all have to do with how to make and how to take Source Energy Medicine. So some of the most common questions are, can the charging labels be printed in black and white or in another color other than blue, or if you look at the charging label file on a computer, it's going to be essentially blue and black and white, and they can be printed in any color. Printing them on some colored paper, however, makes them really, really hard to read. So print them on a light colored paper or white would be totally amazing. Only one charging label per bottle. If you put more than one charging label on a bottle, it's going to create chaos and you will not be making Source Energy Medicine. There are a lot of questions that came in just recently about the volume of Source Energy Medicine. So we have several different categories of Source Energy Medicine: transformation, balance, restoration, for example. And within all of the different categories, they can be divided into two main groups: fusion and non-fusion. And for now, you don't even need to know what those words mean, other than if it's a fusion Source Energy Medicine, the suggested amount to take is 8 to 16 ounces. If it's not a fusion, so it's a non-fusion, then it's just 1 ounce a day. So 8 to 16 ounces is the daily minimum suggested amount, and the non-fusion's just 1 ounce daily. All Source Energy Medicines, whether it's a fusion or non-fusion or what category of Source Energy Medicine, they can all be combined into a common container. That common container should have a blank charging label on it. Like my Mason sippy cup has a blank charging label on it, and it has a combination of different Source Energy Medicines in it. The blank charging label is essential. If your container, whether it's a glass or a mason jar or a pitcher, does not have a blank charging label, there's nothing to protect that water, which is structured and charged, and it can be influenced. So make sure you have a blank charging label on the container that you're going to drink out of. So there are some questions about which Source Energy Medicines to take for specific challenges, and you'll learn pretty quick that Source Energy Medicine, my intention, or not my intention, but the intention of Source Energy Medicine is to transform the root cause of all challenges. So if you simply follow the protocol, regardless of what your challenge is, you're going to be addressing the root cause of the challenge that you're currently experiencing. Could you add individual Source Energy Medicines to help to speed the progress? Absolutely. And unless it's a very, very time critical issue, I suggest adding the individual transformation Source Energy Medicines in the second or third step. it's far too complex a conversation to have here in this forum. But source energy, most approaches to healing are looking for, attempting to offer a cure for this condition, and that's not source energy medicine. And it doesn't mean that, we've had dozens and dozens and dozens of people, probably thousands at this point, who have had a particular condition, taken not only the sample protocol, but specific source energy medicines, and their challenge has been completely transformed, balanced, and restored. So if you are not following the sample protocol, you are absolutely missing 90% of the gifts and the miracles that lie within source energy medicine. So my very strong suggestion is to always, always, always follow the sample protocol, and then add individual transformation source energy medicines to that. And if time is not a critical factor, or there, high level of pain or sleep disruption is also two things that I would look at. So that's my very, very brief answer to that. And even in our online workshops, you'll learn pretty quickly that looking through the individual source energy medicines, especially the transformations. If you look at the Source Energy Medicine People's Desk reference, which is in the Quick Start Guide Total Access page, you'll see that almost all of the transformations are in a fusion, and every fusion is in the sample protocol. And, so my conversation before about the suggested minimum amounts for, a general guideline, experts can't seem to agree on this, which is a little unsettling. And there are so many variables. Like, I moved from New York City, which is sea level, maybe a foot below sea level, it feels like sometimes, to living at 7,000 feet. I absolutely drank a lot more water here than I did in New York. Here, it's actually a challenge to stay hydrated. So, but the general guideline is half of your body weight in ounces daily. Frequent urination is an indicator that you're drinking more water than your body can comfortably handle. Sometimes that has to do with your body's lack of ability to actually metabolize it, to actually utilize that water. So use common sense. So Megan asks, can we discuss non-material source energy medicine sessions? Fern did one with me for particular challenge, and it was the most amazing thing ever. That's awesome. And Fern Wolf, who Megan is referring to, is the Canadian representative for Source Energy Medicine. She is a phenomenal practitioner and such a gift. Dear friend, and so grateful to Fern. So if you don't know what the non-material aspect of source energy medicine is, there is a component of source energy medicine that is energy healing, and it's referred to as the non-material aspect because there are no charging labels and there's no water, there's no material substance. It's an energy healing modality, and Fern is one of our practitioners. So if there is a services tab, you can click on that and you'll see a video on the non-material aspect of source energy medicine. Spring planting coming up, SEM for plants. That's a great question. So plants absolutely love source energy medicine. AA34, which is the attitude of allowance of source energy, is the one that I most frequently use, and that's for healthy plants, plants that don't have any particular challenge. If there is a particular challenge, just use common sense. TF3, transformation fusion number 3, is the one that is most commonly used, whether it's in a human or a plant or an animal where there is a challenge. And plants don't need the sample protocol. Plants are like the one exception, but animals and children and adults should all be following the sample protocol. Plants would benefit from the sample protocol, but plants don't have subconscious mind. And all of the others seem to, at least. So, and I realize not everyone who is in here is familiar with the Source Energy Medicine Quick Start Guide. The best, I think, version of that is the Total Access page. That is linked from the main page of our website. You can opt in for that. You simply fill in your email address, and everything else will be self-explanatory. You know, if you are serious about exploring source energy medicine, the Quick Start Guide Total Access page is absolutely, I think, well, it contains everything that's essential to your journey with source energy medicine, and it's where all of the archives, where all of these lives are going to be archived, and it's where all of the pre-recorded content is going to be housed. We're starting a Source Energy Medicine Wisdom Vault, which is going to contain all of these SEM Monday assets, if you will.
So I certainly hope this was a helpful clip. Before you run off, go ahead and scroll down and leave a comment. I would love to hear which nugget or nuggets of Source Energy Medicine wisdom are you taking away from these 10 most frequently asked questions.